Here's an interesting thought, my friends. Everybody, in the end, experiences exactly what they want to experience. It may not seem like that. Even you might be saying, wow, but what's going on? I don't like the world around me. I don't like what I'm experiencing. But at soul level, at a deeper level, we have free will and choice. And you chose to do exactly what you're doing right now.
You are divine.
Everything is a choice. And we choose to experience that what we want to experience. And this is really important to understand. And I'm talking about the Great Awakening. I'm talking about the agendas. I'm talking about planet Earth. Being, well, you could actually start to call it a prison colony with those insights that we have been getting in the past 2 years, with that perspective that we have been gaining. If you look down from above onto planet Earth and see how the majority of humans are living in fear, in a job they don't like, being oppressed, being made to do what they don't want to do, being in debt, like it's not the most gentle, high vibrational, uplifting place in the end for most people. But we all incarnated here. And every single person is actually experiencing exactly what they want. And this is an insight that has come to me in the past few weeks as I'm here in Africa. As you can see, I'm in a different place. This is my little yard where I've rented a house in Africa. And Africa, especially South Africa, is so extreme. When I was living in Cape Town, within 10 minutes, I could tap into about 5 different dimensions. There is everything there, the good, the bad, the ugly, from the townships to the richest people up on the hill, to people on the ocean, homeless people, poor people, people who are suffering, corrupt people, all different kinds of soul groups, the worst soul groups represented, worst as in negative soul groups that are harming others, but it's also just an experience as well. The most high vibrational star seeds, all this together packed into a few square kilometers. So I was realizing, especially when I was driving through a supermarket exit, and there are always these people on the road. They're actually sleeping on the road, and they come and they ask you for something. They're kind of like beggars, if you would like to call it that. And I was watching these people operate every single day, and it came to me, they're experiencing exactly what they want. You are experiencing exactly what you want. And it might not be comfortable, it might not make sense, it might not feel super good and positive, but if you didn't want to experience this, you would not have chosen every single decision and choice that you've made that led you to this point. So, why am I talking about this? There's a point that I'm trying to make. The Great Awakening. We know that we, starseeds, have the perspective of, wow, this Earth is, like I said, a prison planet. It is ruled by negative soul groups that are oppressing us, that are wanting to take away our freedoms. It's very simple to observe everywhere. We see that this is an agenda. But what about all those other humans that don't feel that it's an agenda? What about all those other humans who feel that it is a very positive thing, that they are being helped, that they are being nurtured, that they are being protected, that the governments of the world, the WHO, all those organizations are just in for their best interest? Many, many people truly believe this. And you know what? It is their choice. And because they believe this, it is true for them. You have to understand this part. So if you go around saying, oh no, these poor people, they live in poverty. These people, oh, they're sleeping, they're not awakened. Look at them just following the herd, being mindless sheep. In the end, if you step back a little bit, You have to understand that every single perspective is valid. Every single experience is necessary for that person. And so the perspective of those specifically who are playing along with the agendas that we are seeing from our perspective, our agendas of oppression and destruction and everything else that we know. That's our perspective. But from their perspective, it's not like that. From their perspective, they're very, very happy that they are able to go along and wear a mask and protect themselves and, you know, take all the boosters and take all the medicine that is being offered to them. Offered, I say coerced and forced, but they say offered. So for them, my dear friends, you have to understand this. For them, that is their perspective, and it is true. It is actual truth for them because they believe it and it's their perspective. Remember, whatever you believe is true. Whatever you believe is truth for you, for your world. Whatever you believe will come true. So even if, let's say, someone wears a mask every day, has taken all the injections, has taken all the boosters and gets side effects from it, they still will be happy that they're not going to die from the pandemic that they are telling them that they would die from. For them, it is still a very, very positive experience. Everything that will come, the new world order, for many people, if it plays out, will be a very positive experience because that is what they want. For them, it's good. For them, they will be happy. So what Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing and you will be happy. It is true for very many people on this planet because they're going along with it. It is their truth. It is their experience. So in the end, why I'm always saying, you cannot force people to awaken to your perspective because in the end, I mean, maybe their perspective is just as valid or even more valid in their eyes anyways. Who are we to say that our perspective is the only one, is the only valid one, is the one that everybody should follow? Most people are completely convinced that what's playing out is for their highest good. And because they believe it, it is true. It is for their highest good, for what they want to experience in their soul's journey. Maybe they want to experience this, I call it devolution of the soul, of the human spirit. They want to experience being taken care of, living their lives in the bubble of society, or in that golden prison, or in that subconscious, mind-programmed, slave matrix infused society matrix. That's what they want. They feel good that way. That's what they need. Those people who live that way. And who are we to judge? It already sounds judgmental the way I'm talking about it, and maybe I am judging a little bit, which is not good. Because in the end, every single human being, or every single being, makes its choice, his or her choice, according to how they want, according to what they believe, according to what they need, according to what they want to experience. So if, from our perspective, looking down, let's say 80% of humanity does not want to awaken, wants to go along with what's happening, wants to be subjected to, from our perspective, negative soul groups taking over, exploiting their energy, like playing chess with the little people of the world, from their perspective, being in their little house, being taken care of. They don't have to think much. They can watch their Netflix. They can put a chip into their, like they do in Sweden, they put a chip under their skin. They can put on the metaverse thing. They can play computer games. They can have it easy. They can just stay home, which is more comfortable anyway if you're locked down. You don't have to go out there into the world and be independent and think for yourself. A lot of people want that. They want to live in this wholesome, little, tidy, simple world where they are guided and told what to do step by step by step. Most people love that. Most people don't want to take initiative. They don't even know, they don't know what their purpose is. They don't know why they are here. They don't want to think. They don't want to go deep. They don't want to delve into the world of spirit. They just want to be left alone, do their little lives. They want to eat. They want to sleep. They want to have their comfort. They want to play golf. Right? That's all they want. But that's okay. That's totally fine. It's fine. So, for most people, I believe, who are not wanting to awaken, right? Who are not wanting to awaken. They don't want to. It's not that they can't. They can't because they don't want to. They want to stay in the slave matrix dream spell that was put upon us 400,000 years ago, from my perspective. Right? The Anunnaki came to mine gold on this planet, and they put a black magic lock of obedience, I call it the obedience code, onto humanity, so they would do at their bidding. So they would mine the gold for them, so they would serve them on this planet as slaves. That's, from my perspective, what happened. Then other negative soul groups started to come in because it was already very negative. And nothing can appear if you don't call it in, if you're not ready as a race on a planet. So humanity was ready to be enslaved. Humanity was ready to bring in those negative soul groups. And now, for me, it's so clear when I look at the leaders of this world. I see their starseed origin. I see their blueprints. I see their intention. I see what they're up to. It's so clear to me. But to others, it's so clear that they're living in a very well organized world that is keeping them safe, telling them what to do, and allowing them to live their normal lives. So, it is true for them. They are happy. And they will own nothing, and they will be happy. And they will perhaps be locked in forever, and they will be happy. They will wear masks forever, and they will be happy. And if you have this basic income that they're trying to implement, which is basically socialism, all right, then they will be happy too. Then they don't even have to work. They can just stay, watch Netflix all day, order pizza. I mean, you know, it's comfortable. It's nice. It's what their soul wants. And I know I'm sounding judgmental again, but from my perspective, from my personal perspective, that is like so... It's such a foreign concept. For me, that's so boring. That's like, why? And I believe that we starseeds came and incarnated to perhaps help those who don't truly want to do that awaken and get out of that path that humanity is going into. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I still do believe that partially, for some countries, some places, some areas, we are devolving. The earth, the energy, the people are devolving, not evolving, not ascending, they are descending. They're going lower in vibration, lower in density, but that is what that person who plays into it wants to experience. So let us not judge. Let's just say, wow, I don't get it. I could never go there. I'm not that person. I want to live according to soul and spirit and purpose. I want to ascend. I want to live my purpose. I want to make my choices. I want to fight. I want to jump right in with full conscious awareness. And I don't care if it's hard. I don't need my comfort zone. I'm a fighter. I'm an experiencer. I'm an adventurer. I'm a free soul. I'm a starseed. I'm a Pleiadian, Arcturian, parallel dimension, whale blueprint starseed. And I'm here to fulfill my purpose, which is to deliver the blueprint of the paradise matrix of our mother Gaia, who wanted us to ascend. But if everyone is not ready, if the humans that Mother Gaia birthed, if many of them don't want to ascend, they want to descend, they are ready, they open themselves up to negativity, called in those negative soul groups, if that's what they want to experience in their soul's journey, first perhaps before ascending, that is absolutely fine, and you have to let them do that, right? I'm here to awaken, to bring the message to those who wish, not to force those who don't wish to do it. I mean, look at your family. If I look at my own family, half my family is completely on the side of not being awake from my perspective, and they think we are asleep and completely crazy from their perspective. They think, oh my God, like, are you mad? Conspiracies, people trying to, force us to do things. Like, no, they're super, super, super happy with everything that's happening. They're getting boosted and boosted and boosted. They are clapping at all the rules and regulations that are being put in place to keep us safe, And for me, it's like, wow, I just don't understand I don't understand like the joy in that. I don't understand why anyone would want to do that. Like I, for my personal wish how I want to live life, I don't get it. But I don't have to because it's their choice. The only problem is that they're trying to force us to live life how they want. And they think that's okay. That's the only thing that I'm a little bit okay. Okay, you live your life, but then let me live my life too. And I'm not talking about those implementing the rules. I'm talking about those who are playing along, who think it's okay to force others. So for me, that's just very weak. It's like very weak. That's like for me, the brainwashing goes a little too far. But then they are deeply embedded in the matrix. They are deeply embedded in that black magic obedience code where whatever they say you take on, even if it is like stomping over your neighbor and doing harm to others. They just do what they're told. But that's fine. That is fine also. And I want to invite you to start letting them be. Not judging them. That's what they want. That's what they feel is good. And if you try to force them to see your perspective, they're like, why? See my perspective. It's better. You'd be safer that way. You'd be happier that way. We think they'd be happier our way. No. Everybody chooses exactly what they want, and they get the experience that their soul needs in their soul's journey. Even if it is getting allergic reactions, sitting inside, whatever it is that they're going towards, even if they go that journey of implementing so many poisons, so many AI influences, chips, microchips right in here. Like I said, later in the brain, detaching the soul more from the body, even if they become negative, and even if they turn in maybe 100,000 years into the race of the Greys, which are us in the future going down that timeline. Not me, not you, but some humans will go that way because they wish it. That's what they want. That's what they want. Okay. So we got to accept that everyone, every human does have a soul. They do have intuition, and they choose what they choose for a reason because they want this. They're experiencing this, even if it looks like pain and problems and terror and fear. Okay? And now look at yourself. Where are you at right now? What choices have you made to get there? You made choices. You have free will and choice, my friend. So don't complain too much and say, oh no, but look, no. Every single choice you have made has led you to this point. It's led me to this point. I made very hard choices. I left everything behind in a flash. I can't go back to Canada right now because if you are not VE'd, you can't get out again. I could go in with quarantine and all these things, but then I can't go out, and then I can't go visit my mom who lives in Germany. That's the main reason. I have to be flexible and be able to travel, and also like, I'm a free sovereign being. I'm not going to go anywhere where they frickin' tell me what to do and stop me from moving where I want to move. Up till now, I've moved wherever I wanted, traveling the world without getting a single one of these. I've gotten a few PCR tests, that's it. But like I said, only here or here. Not a deep test, never. So what they say is absolutely wrong. It's also coercion, trying to get you to buy into their perspective if you want to travel and be free. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. Right? So, my dear friends, sometimes if you want a certain experience, you have to make the corresponding choice that is a little bit hard. You cannot complain if you're in a bad situation because you've stayed in your comfort zone and you've not stepped out, you've not made those brave choices, you've not allowed yourself to do something different to get to where you want. So I'm sorry, sometimes I'm a little bit hard on you guys, but it is like tough love. You think I'm free, sovereign, enjoying life, being able to do what I want because I just stayed in my comfort zone and I was afraid? No. When I got an inspiration, when I got like a little kick from my guides, you got to do this, I did it right away. And those choices were not easy, and it's not all like 100% like perfect, the situation I'm living in, everything I'm doing. But my thing in life is living my purpose, living my highest timeline, being free and sovereign. And that is something I will never exchange for anything. I will never sell myself, never sell my soul, because I know what I want and I'm experiencing what I want, and so are you. So think about that. Let the others experience what they want. Those who want to listen to your perspective, if you feel, okay, they're ready, actually you feel that they want to experience something different, talk to them. Talk to them. Try to get them to awaken a bit to that higher, to that other perspective. But if they don't, let them do their thing. Let them devolve if they want, because that's what they want. Hope it makes sense. All right, my beautiful Starseed family, one more thing. This video is sponsored by myself. Okay, so take a look below. I'm offering amazing new courses, webinars, and my grand Starseed Origins course is also still available. So if you want to become a spiritual master and you're looking for a way to learn, to go a little bit deeper, maybe you want to do that with me in the Cosmic Academy, right? So that's the sponsorship. All right. Thanks, guys. Love you all. And I'll see you soon. Ciao for now.